Have we bought the wrong Scotty Cameron putters? Let's do it.
And let's do it now.
It's gonna have to go. It'll have to do. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. Guys, first things first, I'd like to warmly welcome you all back to the channel. I'd like to warmly welcome you all back to another episode of Short Game Saturdays. I'd like to welcome Chris back to the channel. Chris, how are we?
Very good.
Very good, not just good, very good. Why is it you're very good?
Because you finally let me hit my putter.
So we've got a new putter, Chris. Do you want to talk us through yours first?
Oh,
That is an interesting first putt, mate, to be fair.
good distance, wrong direction.
Yeah.
So I've gone Flowback 5, Special Select. So very nice. Again, very similar to, as you will have seen maybe on other videos, the Rossi that I normally use. I've gone for the same style of neck, so double bend. So again, something that I'm consistent with, something I like. It's got a little bit more toe hang than my Rossi, so my tendency was to maybe push the putt slightly, so it's got that little bit of give in there, which is going to help me square that face up. Grip wise, standard grip, nice and thin. I've got female hands.
Can't say that.
I've got small hands. So yeah, so standard grip, 35 inches, so that's pretty standard for me. My Rossi was a little bit long at 36, so I've gone 35, which will help me get the right posture, grip at the top, and let that putter swing.
And what we're going to do today, Chris, is compare our new putters and see if mine's right for me, if mine's right for you, if yours is right for me, if yours is right for you, if you get the idea. No, we're a meter.
I get the idea, yeah. So, let's go and see.
Let's have a look.
Let's do it now.
So guys, Chris has just gone to get the hand sanitizer because what we are going to do in today's video is test out what shape putter, that's a grip, test out what shape putter you should use, why you should use it, and we're going to see if I've got the right one for me, if Chris has got the right one for him, if I've got... You've heard it the first time. But basically guys, hopefully out of this video you will see kind of what shape putter you could be using depending on what you're trying to do with your stroke. And while Chris has gone, I'll talk you through the putter that I've chosen. I've chosen a Newport Special Select Newport 2, or a Titleist Scotty Cameron Special Select Newport 2. And for me, I just absolutely love the shape. I love the lines on it. I love pretty much everything about it. I have done a bit of an unboxing of this putter, so I'll talk you through all the ins and outs of it, the specs of it, the reason why I've chose it, and we've even jumped on the Capto system here at Waterfront Golf Club just to check that it is right for me. And we're thinking it is, but we're going to test that out today against Chris's. Which one's your shape?
Flowback 5.
Chris's Flowback 5. All in hand.
All in hand.
Right, where are we starting? Do you want to go? You might as well go first, don't you? Do you want to talk us through what we're doing first of all? Because to be honest, you've told me that and I've got no idea. All I see is loads of T-pegs.
So I've set up a drill here. So again, when you've got a new putter, we want to get your pace, so we can do a pace drill, but the main thing is seeing how we're holing out. So I've got the same amount of tees on each one. I've got 6 tees, so we've got 3 foot, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I lied, we've actually got 7 tees. So 7 tees, 7 putts, just to start to get you aiming that putter, having a feel and seeing how you hole out. So we're going to do it on 2 different holes, so we're not hitting the same putts over and over again. So I will hit my putter on this one, James will hit his on that hole. We'll then switch putters, so we don't know, and we'll see which putters perform the best.
Okay mate, I'm going to watch you do this one actually.
Okay, so first real putt with it. Oh, and everything's out.
Solid.
3 feet, 1 for 1.
Is there anything in particular you'd look at, Chris, shape-wise of a putter for a certain length, or are you looking for an all-rounder?
In English.
So like, would you prefer that kind of shape? Do you feel like it helps you more with short putts, with long putts, with pace, with...
Yeah, so again here, it's got another line here to help you square up. So that's the design that Scotty Cameron have done, something that's more... Is it perpendicular?
Adjacent?
Adjacent.
Perpendicular. Something along those lines.
Really, but I forgot.
Yeah?
Mind blank.
At right angles.
At right angles to the ball. So this just helps me on shorter ones feel like I can square it up a little bit better. Again, the weight in the head I like, and for some unknown reason I just like the shape. Ooh. Better to push. So good roll there. So again, I'm not putting that down to the putter. I'm putting that down there to a 4 stroke.
Poor stroke or poor read?
The read could have been a little bit higher because the pace was good. So again, the feel of this, a very similar feel to the Rossies. Soft off the face, it feels nice and like I've got control of that. It doesn't feel too hard, similar like the Ping Hepler range, where it's a little bit of a harder face, so it comes off a little bit faster. So it's not a big change. The shape's a little bit bigger, but the feel very much the same.
I was going to say before that, put 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Meatloaf.
One of your favourite songs, isn't it?
Well, it can't beat a bit of a loaf.
Oh, I can't miss. Not going to lie.
Straight in for Fulford, this.
Not going to lie, I'm not looking forward to my go now after you're setting this kind of standard.
Right. Oh, James, quick, get it.
Oh, no.
Come on. Quick, speed.
See this turn of pace? So interestingly, Chris, as well, what you're doing here actually is taking your time. You're actually treating these as other putts on the golf course, not just waltzing around a putting green pretending that you're doing something important.
No, that's it. So productive practice, I'm actually testing the putter, seeing what it's like when I do my normal routine, line it up and give myself feedback. If I start to see the rolls going off, it could be the putter, but more than likely it's my technique. I can get that reset and then practice. So something, take your time, line those up.
Is that 5 out of 7?
5 out of 7, and the last one was just a little bit pacey. Good roll, good read, just a little bit aggressive.
That's a cracking effort.
Yeah, so again, looking at averages, you're not going to hold them all, but start to go through, see which ones you're comfortable with, put it down to why, figure out why you've missed, whether it's your read, your pace, or your start line. So let's see how James is. You start on this one.
Oh. Right guys, so I'm now going to start. I'm going to go with my Newport 2 that I love so much, and that the reason why I'm using this putter, like I said in the video that we put on, I think, yesterday or the day before, is basically it reminds me of being a junior. It reminds me of holding putts. It gives me good memories. So that's exactly what I'm hoping is going to continue with this. So Chris, you had 5 out of 7 with your putter, didn't you?
Yeah.
Quite phenomenal results, really.
Solid start.
You really don't want to be missing that one, do you, on this drill?
I missed this one.
Did you? How accurately have you paced these out, Chris, as well?
These are exactly size 8.5 shoe. Stamps me.
See, it actually, it gets the nerves going a little bit as well, doesn't it? Which I suppose is exactly what you want.
Yeah, we want a bit of pressure.
Felt like I lined that up left and then tried to accommodate. That was lazy, that one. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad. The loaf.
We have 4.
How many would you expect to make of these, Chris?
75% is the score average.
So probably about 50% realistically.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that one. 4 out of 7, what would you say there, Chris? Good, bad, indifferent? Or have I got one more?
One more.
Sorry. Is that 4 out of 6 then?
4 out of 6.
I have a chance of halving then. Love this shape down at the ball, really do. Same. So now guys, what we're going to do, we're going to speed this up a little bit because I'm well aware that you don't want to spend your Saturday watching us miss loads of putts, but we're going to clean these off. Chris is going to use the Newport 2. I'm going to use the Flowback 5, and we're going to see if we can beat the 5 out of 7, halve with the 5 out of 7, so you lose the 5 out of 7. Let's have a look. You know what? I don't mind the shape of this. Cracking start for both of us. Already beating Chris with his own putter.
So you're slung on that one, that mine stayed left.
Right, I need this last one to half with my putter. Oh!
There you got another one.
Oh, right. Oh, dear. Right, Chris, 5 out of 7, 5 out of 7, 5 out of 7 and 5 out of 7.
Consistent.
Very consistent, so that just shows that we are basically very, very good at putting. You can go with that, I suppose.
Yeah, that's all it is.
What are your thoughts on my putter?
Again, I'm not a fan of how it looks over the ball, but I thought, again, the feel was exactly the same. It swung nice, it's nicely weighted. Grip obviously is the same. So other than the head size that doesn't suit me, I wouldn't like it maybe in a competition.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel as comfortable as something a little bit bigger.
And you see, for me, I really like this style putter for anything probably kind of 5 feet and in.
Yep.
Once I feel like it's outside 5 feet, I feel like I've got much more jurisdiction to kind of play with it a little bit, if that makes sense, like have a bit more fun with the stroke. Not that you want to have fun with the stroke, but you know what I mean, I can kind of move it around a little bit. These are all things that as a putting coach you really don't want to hear, aren't they?
Exactly, but obviously one of the biggest misconceptions is that beginners should have bigger putters. I would say I'm a pretty good putter. The rest of the game is not great, but pretty good putter, and I don't mind. It's all down to personal preference. So if it suits your eye, if it is bigger, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean I've got a blade putter, so that means I'm a pro. It's the same with irons. You know, you don't have to have blade.
I better send that back then. That's why I got it.
Right, exactly. But James is a classic amateur golfer. He has a blade putter, blade irons. Shoots 95.
That's not very nice. So guys, basically, and interestingly, that will sound like a roundup, but it's not, but basically when you go for a fitting with Scotty Cameron, it is more visual based. It's more, how do you want the putter to flow through the ball? Whenever we've worked with Nick Sharples from Titleist, who we do a lot of videos with, he always harps on about it's the neck, it's not really anything to do with anything much else.
Yeah, the top line now, they've made the top line's a little bit thinner. There's also a little bit bigger. I know it's bigger on that version of the flowback, but the flowback 5.5, it's thinner on the top, and they say that's for the better player. Again, that's what they've got back from tour feedback, but it's all down to yourself. It's all very individual, and when you go to a fitting, like I say, it can be very visual, looking if it's the right size, and then what suits you.
Absolutely. Right, Chris, so I'm going to let you wipe my new putter down and then leave it on the floor, then I'll do the same with yours. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Massively hope you've enjoyed that. One thing which I think people really can take for that is just how kind of, you're really doing a good job of that, I appreciate that. One thing which I think is mega important about this video is how kind of random all that was. So we've not hit the same putt twice, we've hit totally different putts. Have we? Well, we haven't hit the same putt twice, have we?
No, we haven't now.
Totally random putts, and from there, basically, we've decided that we could use either of these putters. So have we used the wrong Scotty Cameron putter?
Not necessarily.
No. Have we used the right one? Potentially, because the results weren't too bad.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave that there for you, Chris. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Massively hope you have enjoyed that. If you have, why not hit that subscribe button below? Also check out Chris's channel, because there's some decent stuff kicking off on there.
Yeah, and we've got a big giveaway on Monday, so we are giving away a putter on Monday. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a Titleist. I believe it is an Odyssey.
So guys, thank you so much. Leave us a like if you enjoyed that. Huge thanks to Chris, and thanks to the guys at Waterfront for getting us out here. And apart from that, I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll hopefully see you Monday for the giveaway.
And then Saturday. You got me then?
And then Saturday.
Through me.